Hi everybody, Devinder here from Midland Property Investments. Now, every now and again, you're going to meet a person who adds sunshine to your life, inspires you, and really gets you going. And today, we're lucky enough to have one of those people on Property Question Time. We'd like, please give me a warm welcome for Sunny Mahal.
Thank you.
Hi Sunny, how are you doing?
Nice to meet you, man. Thank
Okay.
you. You good?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Again, thanks for coming from all the way from Cov.
Thank you for having me.
To see me. So I've been talking to Sunny for a few months now, setting up a interview.
Yeah.
But as life has it, he's busy, or I'm busy, he's on holiday, I'm on holiday, but we're all in Birmingham today,
Yeah.
so let's crack on. So, Sunny, to me, you're still a young lad.
Thank you.
Can you tell the audience, when did you sort of start off in property?
In property?
You know, how did you start off? What happened?
Property was a case of, I think it's probably about 12 years ago.
Okay.
We had multiple retail businesses, and my wife, she's always said we should invest in property.
Okay.
And for me, it was a case of, now we've got these retail, we're fine, we're making money, it's okay. And she saw her friends and family, they were buying property, and so basically like her parents' generation, they were wealthy now because they had started in property.
Okay.
And she said we should look into it, and then I said okay, cool. She's always right, women always are.
Right. Okay.
So I said okay, cool, let's start looking. And luckily we just found one around the corner from us. It was a repossession, but I didn't know that at that
Is
time.
that Cov? Was it? Cov?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we bought that. It was on the market for 95k. So basically I thought, yes, I'll put an offer in of 95k. I thought, never bought a house.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly, never bought a house. So I thought the price tag is the price tag.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I spoke to my broker and he said, go in at 50k. I said, are you having a
that's
laugh?
cheap. Yeah.
I said, really? Like,
Yeah.
no, it don't make sense.
No.
That's like trying to go out and buy a £500 iPhone and he said, I'll give you 100 quid for it.
Right.
That was my mentality. And I said, what if they said no? And he said, well, you go back again. I was like, okay. Went in 50k. They said no. Went back and I said, right, what should I say now? Like 85,
Right,
90? Oh, getting closer to that. He goes, no, go in at 52.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Right.
And then I thought, okay, if they say no, they'll come back again. I get the hang of this. We're going to go back and forth until we both meet in the middle.
Yeah.
And I said 52k. He said, sorry, the lady said she'll go and find out. She went and found out, and she came back and said, yeah, it's been accepted.
Okay.
So
Wow.
52,000. We're like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I can get used to this. It's
Yeah.
like you've already made that margin. Obviously, it was a repossession,
Yeah.
and it needed work doing.
Bit of work to it. Yeah.
So me and my wife we rolled up our sleeves,
Okay.
started painting, decorating, literally A to Z. And because we're those kind of people, because we build businesses and sell them and
Yeah.
buy businesses, for us it's a case of whatever we do, we want to know everything inside out
Okay.
before we leverage it at somebody else.
Wow. Okay.
So we did that. We did the whole project ourselves, rented it on. We still got that now. So it's basically like a sort of a big deal when you've got your first property. You're trying not to sell it.
Yeah.
So sentimental value. And so that's when we started in that. And then we got the bug, watching Homes Under the Hammer.
All right. Okay.
All that good stuff.
Yeah.
And then bought another, did a flip. Then we did a commercial conversion in between as well.
Oh wow. Okay.
So about 12 years.
Right.
But it's been part-time 12 years. It's been full-time for the past just over a year now.
Oh wow! Okay, I didn't realize it's been a year because I've seen you sort of on Facebook, and a lot of my friends, they know you quite well, and they've recommended me to interview you as well. So okay, I didn't realize it was full time just a year ago.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, and so you could have been doing a few sort of buying a few buy-to-lets, doing a bit of small flips. Was there a big jump anywhere? What happened, or big risk taking?
Probably I'd say, well, the biggest risk, because we had 3 retail businesses.
Okay.
We were working like 15, 16 hours a day. Like I mentioned before, I was overweight. So I wanted to go to the gym and start losing weight.
Right, okay.
So I basically worked 15 hours a day. Probably start in the morning at 6, finish at night about 10, 11 o'clock.
Wow.
Then go hit the gym.
Oh, you did it, okay.
Then go sleep at 1, 2, then wake up at 6 again. So that was my thing.
Wow, okay.
And we were like, right, we want to do property full time. How do we do it? And the only scenario was to sell the businesses, move away from that, and then go full-time property. So I think the risk of going from what we knew fully business to not doing that at all and going straight into property. And our goal was, right, we've done all these little bits, we want to do the big land stuff.
Okay.
And I didn't know how it made sense. Like, you know, when you drive past the development and you think,
Yeah.
oh, I'll never be able to do that.
Yeah.
That developer probably got millions of pounds in the bank.
Right.
He's got to buy it, then he's got to pay to build it,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So that was a risk. And then going in, and then we got educated in land development and all that stuff with White Box Property Solutions.
Oh, not White Box, is that Andy and Lloyd?
Andy and Lloyd.
Okay.
Awesome guys, by the way. If you want to learn about property development, land, anything, go see them.
Okay, brilliant.
And then that was a risk from business to property. But we always look at, like, me and my wife are business partners as well.
Okay.
So we look at anything that we do to set up as a business. So
Okay.
it wasn't a case of we're going to find a piece of land and just do that one deal. So it's a case of we know how to do flips, we know how to do refurbs, we know how to do BRR deals.
Okay.
Buy,
Just
refurb,
a little-
refinance.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
for anybody that doesn't know.
Right.
And then at the same time, all the education that we had, we could do all of that and land development.
Okay.
So then we went at it to say, right, we started building a team, project manager, business partners, and on there you get the whole planners, architects, everybody's on the system.
Okay.
So I just utilize everybody to build a business. So when we find a deal now, we fund it with our own money or with investors.
Okay.
And then that project is managed by everybody there.
So you
Then
definitely
we're
got
off
your
to find
power
another
team
one.
around you.
Yeah, because that is crucial.
Yeah.
Because going in, I can't put a TV on the wall. I'm rubbish at DIY, you know.
Right, okay.
No one ever asked me to do something. Even gardening, I hate gardening.
I hate gardening.
Who does? And yeah, so we just do that, and that's how we've got 5 deals now in this year since starting in February, March time this year.
Wow.
We've got 5 deals going on, trying to secure one more. I put the offer in yesterday.
Okay.
Well, I put the offer in last week. He came back saying we've had a higher offer.
Right.
Then I offered a bit more. I can probably still go up, but it's like I knew from
Right.
that 52 grand house,
Yeah.
it's like anything you're buying, hustle and haggle for it.
Right, okay.
So we're trying to tie one more up, and then that'll be us set for the end of the year,
Okay.
and then that'll be going on next year.
So, just, I understand how you started off. Obviously, I think going full time is also a big step as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And can you tell me sort of what kind of deals have you done since you've been full time?
So since we've been full time, we've done quite a few, but the main ones I mentioned is purchasing a block of 10 flats
Right.
at auction. It was a grade 2 listed building.
Wow. Okay.
Now we noticed that a lot of grade 2 listed went for a cheap price, and I thought, why is that?
Why is
And you
that?
know, when you speak to people like, oh,
Yeah.
it's a grade 2 listed, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Yeah,
with it.
yeah,
We said,
yeah.
okay, cool, let's find out what we can do with it, not what we can't. And then we found out what we can, and we said, well, hold on, the scheme that we're looking to do, we can do everything. It ticks every box.
Right.
So we bought that. I think that was purchase of 245. Yeah, 245.
Okay.
Refurb of about 60k, and then the end
Wow.
value is going to be 500 plus.
For 10, was that for 10 flats?
Yeah, because they were really run down.
Right,
And the
okay.
landlord had had them for about 20 years.
Wow.
So
Okay.
he was just like, look, I've had enough, I want to move on. You could tell when you walk in.
Yeah.
Like they're paying, I think, 70, 80 pound a week
Right. Okay.
for the flats.
Yeah.
So we're going to bump it up to 130, 140 because we said to them, look, we're giving you new, better accommodation.
Right.
The price is going to go up. And they know that looking at the surrounding areas, what people are paying.
Okay. Right.
And we say, look, you don't have to move out or anything like that. There's one empty, or there was one empty when we bought it. So we're refurbing that, moving a new one in, refurb the empty one, moving in. So just rotating.
Oh, right.
So
Okay.
it's still cash flowing at the same
Keep
time.
the same tenant. Yeah.
And we've got our own team in place. And it's when you do that kind of stuff, it's better when you're buying stuff in bulk. You'll know that.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So when
yeah.
your refurb costs, people say, how did you get a 60, 65k? Because we anticipate 70, but we're going to be under that.
Yeah.
And it's because you're buying things in bulk. You can keep a team on there longer,
Okay.
so they don't have to, like, they've done one flat and then they're like, right, I've got another job.
Right,
You're
yeah.
just moving them in
Okay.
stages all around the place. So that's that one. And then the other one is a land deal I'll touch on. So that's a piece of land in Cambridgeshire for 4 houses.
Right. Okay.
So that was purchase price 210. The end value is going to be about 3 million.
Wow. Okay. Right. Okay.
And that's going to be a build to sell model. So we're
Right.
going to build them, sell the 4 houses on, and that we're working with an investor as well.
Okay.
So they're putting the money in for the land. We get 100% development finance through
Right.
the development companies,
Okay.
and we're just going with the build.
Okay.
And obviously that's the thing is, like, with the flats, yes, they're cash flowing straight away, but then you have to be realistic when you're going into developments. Majority of the time you get paid at the end.
Yeah.
Unless you're project managing it yourself, then you start getting a project management fee from the development finance.
Okay.
Different
Right.
ways of working it.
Yeah.
But that is lumpy money always at the end.
And would you do that? Are you going to do that? Are you going to project money yourself or
No, so
to
my
Cambridge?
business,
Yeah.
my
Okay.
business partner Nick, he's a full-time project manager. He has been working for Taylor Wimpey Homes,
Okay.
so he's got the full-on experience. And without combination combined, we get better rates with developer finance.
Finance, yeah, okay.
Investors look at us more credibly because we've done business, Nick's done builds, and going forward, it's just, I always say people work together.
Right, yeah.
There's too many people that I just want, say for instance, the 4 houses, you want to have 300k profit off of a deal, and I want that for myself.
Right.
I'd rather have 100 grand off of 10 different deals.
Yeah.
And it's not only we're making wealth and being more successful, but it's the people around you.
Okay, yeah.
You don't want to be like successful and just be like the only one
On your
there,
own, and on your own either, yeah.
And for me, it's a passion of seeing people around me grow. That is, I class money as, yes, you need money, but I think like money shouldn't be everything, like we discussed before.
We discussed that before.
Money is not everything, you know, and it's a case of building relationships, leaving a legacy, and building a family, really. Okay. People buy into people. Right. Always remember that. Okay. You know that anyway.
I'm learning. So, I mean, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was, obviously, I know you're a property developer, but from just hearing, watching your Facebook posts and seeing your sort of live videos, you guys seem to have a bigger passion.
Yes.
Yeah. So what would that be? What is it your be?
My passion, I didn't know it.
Yeah.
When we had the retail stuff, I was in a very negative mindset.
Okay. It's hard work, retail.
It is, man.
I've got a coffee shop that I know it's hard.
And we've got that stupid Indian mentality of like, we've got to do all the work ourselves.
No, I don't do that.
I was guilty of that. And it's like, I'm doing all this, so how do I move on? And my health was horrible. Yeah. My relationships weren't that great. I wasn't spending time with friends or family. And I thought that was normal. I know I had a bigger purpose, but I thought that was normal then. And yes, I sacrificed time, family, and all that kind of stuff.
As well.
Yeah, exactly, health. But it was all for the bigger picture. And too many people, they see where we are now, and they're like, I want to get there right now. They don't see the struggle. And for me, I hated that struggle, and I didn't have, like, I had family and my wife and stuff saying like, we'll do this, we'll do that. But you know, like when you want that mental push. Of saying, look, you can achieve anything. Life isn't all about money. It's about enjoying it as well and enjoying the ride. We don't know how long we're going to be here for. It's not that you have to live to 50, 60. Something happens. It happens to younger people. It's about enjoying yourself on the way. So for me, like when we left the businesses, I work on my personal development. And literally like pounding at myself to be the best person I can. And I've developed that whole self-confidence and routine, and everything about me is about helping the people that used to be in my position. Thinking they're not worthy.
There's quite a few,
And it's mad how like you're speaking to so many people, and I didn't think many people were like me, but when you're speaking to people, they literally like, they will reach out and say, look, Sunny, you've been through a horrible place to a fantastic place. And I say, look, I want to help you. That's it. People around me, there might be people more successful than me, there are people that aren't. But I want to bring these people up and want to aspire to be like the big boys. But it's a case of, I always say, work on your mindset and your self-development first. People do courses and they learn about a property thing or business or anything. And because most of them are used to working for somebody else 9 to 5, they're used to taking orders. You turn up, and if you don't tell them what to do, they're just like, sat there. And it's not everybody, it's not their fault because they've been brought up like that.
Of course, at school as well, at the university, at college, and things like that.
And for me, it's like, you do a course, fair enough, like you've got ambition, you've got drive, but you need to work on your self-development and your mind.
I 100% agree.
And then when you've got that, then you know as an entrepreneur, you're going to have crap days. More crap days than good days. You're gonna like.
I mean, we're looking at Facebook. People think that everyone's successful all the time.
Exactly.
It's not the case,
And then when I tell people, like, I never used to be this bubbly and positive, energetic, and infectious. They say, oh, okay, I didn't know that. And it's like, stop looking at that. And when they say you've done so much in a year, I'm like, look at my 12-year journey. It's only because I kept myself to myself then, but now I'm here, and my bigger goal is to inspire, motivate, and change people's lives. As many as I can. Hence the whole motivational public speaking, coaching people on their mindset. And just help them make the world a better place.
Because I know you do public speaking. If people want to get in touch with you, maybe to speak at their event, or what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Facebook. Shout me up on Facebook.
Sunny Mahal.
Sunny Mahal. Or Instagram, Mr. Sunshine State of Mind. Hence clothing brand coming soon as well. So yeah, I'm all over social media and stuff, and it's just like anybody that wants me there or anybody needs my help, I'm always happy to sit down and just help, because I see a lot of times like they see successful people and it's like, I want to be like you, and when I sit down and be like, why do you want to get into property? They're like, because you're doing it. And I'm like, no, that's the wrong reason. Like, why do you want to? And then when you break it down and have a look at their life journey, because they're not content with what they've got. They want what's over there, but they don't see where they've been and what they've achieved and what their true purpose is.
Right, okay.
And when you break it down, certain people are like, yeah, I still want to do property. And certain people, well, I've got another passion.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay. When you start working on yourself, believing in yourself.
Yeah.
So it's a case of finding out what works for you and then just going all at it.
So I'm really interested in the personal development part, so I will touch on that a bit later on. Just to go back to property. So what's next, for you in property?
Property, I think these deals that we got now, I want to. Thing is, like, I'd love to scale and just keep getting deals, because we've got investors with cash, we've got deals, we know people that source deals, we find deals ourselves, we're in that network where people are saying, Sonny, I've got this deal, do you want it? And we could have probably had like 10, but for me it's about growing organically in anything that you do.
Okay.
I don't want to...
Why is that? Because somebody else said that organically, but why organically?
Somebody else said it, I thought it was mine.
Damn.
Like when it comes down to it, it's about being successful in life, but personally as well. And I think for me, like, I don't want to overrun things.
Oh, I see. Okay, you want to grow it in all areas of your life.
Because it's not just property we want to do.
Yeah.
Like, we want to do food franchises. We're launching one very soon.
Okay.
So there's a new one coming to Coventry. Watch out for that.
What would that be? Can you tell?
I can't say yet.
You can't say right now.
Hush, hush, but it'll be there. So food franchises, we're doing clothing label.
Okay.
My wife's doing her own clothing label. So this is Sunshine State of Mind.
Okay.
Again, people say like, my name's Sunny, and as I became a better person, they're like, all right, Sunshine, all right, Sunshine.
I didn't make that connection, by the way. Now,
So it started becoming Sunshine. And they're like, how are you always positive? How are you always like helping people and doing X, Y, and Z?
Right.
And energetic and all that stuff. I said, it's my mindset.
Okay.
And then we put the two together. And me and my wife were like, Sunshine State of Mind.
Right, okay.
But for the whole, like, your state of mind.
Right, okay.
Have it in a sunny way and stuff like that. And all I did was make a t-shirt just with my own name, Mr. Sunshine State of Mind.
Right.
And people started messaging me off of Facebook saying, where do you buy your clothing? I'm not even doing a clothing brand.
Right, okay.
Then from there we thought, okay, there's a bit of a demand for this. And from everything that we sell, is launching in December. We donate to charity. We're still working out which charity we're going to give. So it's like a feel good and do good brand. Yeah. So you're buying it, you feel good, but you're doing good and donating at the same time as well. Okay. Making a difference in other people's lives as well.
Right.
So we're doing that. What else we're doing? Coaching. Just loads of things. Because my passion. And then people say, what's your passion? Is helping people and building businesses. Right. And property. It's all like in a sort of line. Okay. And I want to do something. Right, we're doing that. It's doing well. On to the next one. On to the next one. And building teams in all the places. Okay. Having, like Rob Moore says, multiple streams of income. Right. And that is what I found after working on myself to say, right, what actually makes me happy. Right. And then motivation speaking, coaching people, being on stage. When I said to you before, I'm going to be famous for changing lives. Yeah. And it's a case of, like, I don't want people to, they say, what do you want to be remembered for, like, on your last days? Not that Sonny was doing X, Y, and Z in business, he was successful, blah, blah, blah. It's a case of Sonny helped me better my life. Okay. Leaving a legacy, an impact on people. When, like, for instance, if you needed help and I helped you, and then you go and help your kids, and your kids go, like, it's a ripple effect. Okay, right. That is more important to me. Okay. So hence why property, we're okay for the minute, but next year we have got bigger goals as well to increase that. Because don't forget, as these 5 projects finish, and I say mindset, we'll get that 6th one this year. Right. As one finishes, then we'll get another one. We'll get another one. Then you grow organically. Then your team grows, and then you don't want to have a team whereas you haven't got a project, and then they go off and do something else, and you have to outsource them to somebody else. So you want to keep that in house. Okay. So. For me, I do a lot of personal development myself. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So that really interests me. So when you said that, I'm taking up. Yeah. So can I ask you who are your mentors in personal development? So personal development, I'd say my parents have had a big hand in my growing up. Obviously, parents. I was the only son. I wasn't spoiled before you say it. I wasn't spoiled. He was, everybody say you're the only child. You're probably spoiled, aren't you? I'm like, nah. So my parents definitely. My wife, most 110%. She has been my rock, everything. Okay. And then business-wise, I've got my current business partners. They're my mentors. I always look at everybody, like, even if they're less experienced than me, you can always learn something from somebody else. That's right, yeah. When they say something like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then we've got the White Box team there. Okay, yeah. And I know it's Lloyd and Andy there as well that host it and they teach you and mentor you and stuff, but it's a case of all the other mentees as well, you're always learning off of people. Right. Every single person in your life has some impact in your life, I believe anyway. Okay. It's not just one person. And then I've got Andy Harrington, he's doing my mentorship for public speaking.
Right, okay.
And I said to him, I'm going to be famous, and he was like, all right, watch this space, let's do it together. And I was like, cool, let's go.
Actually, because I'll put a link on here. So Andy and Lloyd from White Box were the first people I interviewed. It was probably about 18 months or 2 years ago. So we'll put a link.
Okay.
Also, I'm on Andy Harrington's course.
Are you?
Public speaking as well.
No way.
I've paid for it, but I haven't decided when I'm going to go down. I think it probably maybe this year or maybe next year. I don't know.
Action, that's all it is. You bought the course or whatever you've done, and get on with it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's never going to be the perfect time, you know that.
Yeah, I bought it to my daughter, but then when I said, can I donate to my daughter, he goes, oh, why don't you buy one yourself as well? I thought, yeah, come on then. And so, okay.
See, now you haven't got an excuse, we can do it together.
Okay, when are you booked in for?
December is our first mastermind. 2-3 days?
Okay,
3 days, yeah.
Okay, right, okay.
So it's quarterly meetings to get together, and then when you're away, you're working on your unique branded solution. So how, like, basically my whole thing of speaking and coaching people, like I do my own thing already, but you know, when you're structuring it, because I do one-to-ones, but for me it's like a case of my real passion is helping as many people as I can, and one-to-one, I'm only limited time, you know. So it's a case of doing it one-to-many and having events that literally you can come to, walk away a changed person, and then help you in business and stuff like that. And it's about structuring it, and that's the main thing for me. I'm always saying, like, people say just do it, and I'm like, you want to give value there, don't you? You don't want to be like, I've done this, and they say, right, how can I better myself personally and financially? And you're like, okay, good question.
Right.
And you know when you think you know it, and then when somebody asks you the question, I always get people around me to say, ask me a question, how can I help you? And then it comes out of you.
Right. Okay.
Unless when you're thinking it, you don't really think of it too much. Does that make sense?
So you mean it comes in naturally? You know the answer
it's
already.
like, for instance, if somebody said, can you speak to this newbie about property? You'd probably be like, I don't know that much about property. But when they ask you a question, it just flows, doesn't it? You're like, I know this, I know that. And you're like, wow, I actually do know that. Right. And then getting that into a structure and changing the world.
So this is the second part of the interview, which I understand this is property question time, but I find that if people are a bit more interested in a little bit more about yourself or what makes you tick.